Hello and welcome to Golf FM. This is another mat video. Yes, another mat video. You wouldn't think the world needed as many mat videos, but apparently we do. Wasn't even going to bother doing a mat video this winter, but they've just caught on like wildfire. Well, relatively. We're not talking Rick Shields numbers here, but we're talking decent numbers for me in terms of views. Today, I'm going to be looking at, and I think we're probably running out of options of videos after this, I'm afraid. I'm not sure I can bring you any more after this. Short game, right? So we've got the Spurk, which we've decided is the best mat available to buy because it doesn't move, it's absolutely solid, it's absolutely brilliant. You can watch the other videos on that. You push them into the ground and it stays dead solid. But there's two different types. There's a short-haired one and a long-haired one. Now, it used to be that this was the only one they did. I did a recent video where I think we came to the conclusion that this is better for hitting fairway woods and rescue clubs. So if you hit a lot of them, sometimes this longer mat pile's a little bit more inviting to hit off. Psychologically, if nothing else, it looks easier. Plus, effectively, it's like a nice juicy fairway lie rather than a tight links fairway lie. But round the greens, is there any difference? Does this one, because it's not such a tight surface, does that create less spin around the greens? And do you need all the spin that potentially the short one will give you? Or is there no difference to the spin around the green? So I'm going to be doing some 50-yard shots roughly, and then some chips and stuff with some different clubs, and just see the reaction on the green and see what happens. So the green is quite soft today. It's been raining a lot. It's just a little break in the weather. It's meant to be raining all day, but it's actually quite nice now. We're coming a little bit downwind, so it's not helping it stop, but we'll see. I'll leave the camera on the green so you can see the ball spinning, and I'll be hitting from back there. So let's get on and see what's what. So we'll go, this is the white ball that I'm going to be hitting in here is the long-haired mat, okay? So this is the lush fairway lie one. We've got 56-degree wedge. It's about 50 yards, maybe 45, something like that. A little pitch shot in. Clipped that really nicely. How's that spinning? Looked like it stopped fairly quick. Another one with the long-haired, came off really nice, managed to miss. Let's try another one. I hit that okay, not as spinny feeling as the first. Stopped quite quick, it looked like. Another one. Trying to stop it a little bit shorter so you can definitely see it. They're coming off really nice. It's really nice to hit off this. Not as well good a hit, a bit higher up the face, that one, and off to the right. And then one last one. Decent shot again. They look like they're stopping pretty quick. Right, on to the short-haired mat, okay? Yellow ball's coming in now. I didn't hit that as well. Could strike them a wee bit better than that, to be honest. That was a better strike, nippier. Know if it's stopping that much quicker, to be honest. I hit that a bit too far maybe, but oh, that did seem to stop quite quick. Visually that looked a bit quicker than some of the white ones. That wasn't as good a strike. Let's try another one. There again, not as good a strike. Settling down, they're all settling down pretty quick. It's a joy to hit shots like that off mats. I wish all golf courses were just made of plastic. That looked a good one. Right, let's go and see what they're all up to. Well, I wasn't desperately trying to see what was closer, I was just trying to go for spin. Okay, so I'll have to look back on the footage afterwards, but you'll have seen what it was like, and to me visually it looked a little bit like a couple of times maybe the yellow ones were a little bit quicker to stop. I'm going to hit some closer shots now, and then I'll really be able to see what's going on. So 30-yard chip shot, 56-degree wedge. This is all the same ball as well, by the way, TP5s I'm using. So this is off the long-haired mat. Clipped it away nicely. Lovely control on these shots. for mats. I'm trying to hit them fairly positively just to see if we can get this, see the spin react. And try a wee bit of a softer one here. Released a wee bit more. Use a sort of spicier you clip it. And I just landed at the very fringe. I mean, they all seemed good. They all seemed pretty well controlled. And if I had to use the long-haired mat, I wouldn't be remotely disappointed. I'm growing to really like the long-haired mat. Didn't really used to know what it was all about until I started trying it. And I actually really quite like the feel of it. For iron shots, woods, everything. Chipping as well, it's quite nice. So this is the short-haired one with the yellow ball. Oh, I got that a bit too hard. Probably missed the camera there. Calm down, bit of adrenaline. Getting excited about this mat video. Didn't seem to spin anymore. Wasn't the best of strikes. It doesn't look like it's doing anything different, to be honest, spin-wise. That was a better strike. Oh, bad bounce. Yeah, I'm not feeling that this is any better, to be honest. Didn't actually hit that as well. I almost prefer the longer one at the moment. I really didn't think that would be the case. Not sure I hit them amazing, that little batch, but it certainly wasn't spinning anymore. Okay, on to the next one. Camera doesn't lie. Okay, so chipping, I'm going to use a 56 again here. And I wouldn't normally use a 56, but I just want, again, I think it's a better indicator of what the spin's doing. I will hit a couple of 9 irons and stuff off here just at the end, just to see what the difference is. But they'll run out more just because of the way you hit into the ball. So this is a 56 off the Lush mat. Again, you can play these in different ways. You know, I could try and hit this a bit higher. And if nothing else, the trajectory is going to stop it. But if I just try normal, back in the stance, oh, and it's just running on a wee bit. I wonder if this will be the time where the short one actually looks a little bit, actually caught that a wee bit clean. Now they're all running out a little bit to a certain extent. It was still nice to hit off. Yeah. So no noticeable real quick stoppage there, but it is just a kind of chip and run thing. Okay, it's a 56, but there's still not enough speed going on to really stop the ball quick. So now it's a short mat, okay? That felt a bit of a cleaner strike. That actually felt a bit more comfortable hitting it off that, to be honest, with the wee one. Didn't get that as spinny. I'm not trying to slide the club under here, I'm just trying to hit a basic chip shot. It feels nice. I love hitting these off mats. I know they don't seem to be reacting really any differently. That was a bit of a spinnier one, but they don't seem to be reacting really any differently to the Lush mat, if I'm being honest. And that was a bit of a rubbish strike as well. Yeah, I didn't notice a massive difference there. Might hit a few wee chip and runs and just to finish off, but I really don't think there's a lot of difference. Certainly not on that length of shot. So we're going to try 3 9 irons each and 3 lob, kind of high lobs as well, just to see what the difference is, or how easy or how comfortable I feel hitting off these. So this is the long-haired mat 9 iron chip and run. Massively overhit, but it came off nicely. bull in a china shop. Another one feels absolutely fine to hit off. Yeah, absolutely fine. Let's quickly try the short-haired mat with a chip and run. Absolutely fine. Bull in a china shop Productions again. A little bit shorter. Absolutely fine to hit off both of these. Yeah, absolutely fine. Okay, let's try back to the long-haired mat and let's try a lob wedge and try and hit it up a bit. So watch out, camera. Oh, that's a bit unlucky. Nearly slam dunked it. Okay, so see if you can do that again. Feels nice to hit these shots off. Absolutely. Stand there and do it all day. Yeah, nice. Absolutely lovely. So the long-haired one's absolutely fine for that. This you would have thought might not be quite as good for doing that sort of shot, but let's have a go. Oh, overhit it a bit. Still got the height. Not as confident a feel to do that off this, because it is like a tighter lie. It's still doable. It's still doable. Yeah. Maybe having to try a wee bit harder. It feels slightly more comfortable off the Lush one doing that. Okay, conclusions. Okay, so I think the conclusion is that actually as an all-rounder, I almost prefer the long mat. I could quite happily use both of them, if I'm being honest. That's the one I'm more used to. That's the one I've got myself, or certainly an older style of this. But if somebody gave me that, I'd maybe look at them funny to start with, but I really shouldn't, because it's actually quite an inviting surface to hit off. And I didn't see any adverse effects in the short game area. It didn't seem to spin any less. Maybe, possibly, on the very first one, the 50-yard pitch, if you really catch it nicely off the short lie, off the short tight turf one, it possibly spins a little bit more, but do you really need it? Is it absolutely vital? And how much of a difference was it? I mean, you saw it better than me. I'll watch it back and maybe put some comments up, but visually didn't appear to be a lot of a difference there. Certainly wouldn't be changing my game or changing my style, hitting any less aggressively with the long-haired mat, because it was going to run out more. They all look as though they're spinning quite a lot. And then off the shorter shots, the chip and run, couldn't really notice any difference. And again, the benefit, you would say, for the long one is with the lob shots, that it actually felt more inviting to hit and was possibly a little bit easier to get the club under the ball and get the ball away up in the air. So if anyone maybe in Saudi Arabia or Qatar or something has got the money to build a plastic golf course, I'd maybe go with that surface to make it really nice and easy to play off. That would be a nice golf course to play. No fat shots ever in the history of the world. You could still thin it and hit it offline, no doubt about that. But the beauty of never being able to hit a fat shot would just be incredible. So that's what I like about these mats, is the short game suddenly becomes a joy to behold, especially in the winter when it's all wet and mushy and actually your short game would be under even more pressure. Suddenly you're getting to hit off these and enjoy a life free of fat shots. Okay, so that'll do you. If anyone can think of any other sort of mat content that I could do, then feel free to put that in the comments. I can't quite think of anything at the moment. Well, maybe possibly going round the course, hitting the shots off grass as against a mat, which I could do at Gullen because there's not officially got mats on at the moment. So yeah, I can maybe do that. But other than that, I can't think of anything, so it's up to you. If you've got any comments about this or questions, put them in the comments, I'll get back to you. But otherwise, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.